Welcome back, and today I'm going to show you the top 15 fastest cars in Grand Theft Auto Online. This list includes all the new cars they added during the summer DLC. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like on the video. We're going for 500 likes for this video. That being said, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and let's get straight into the video. The 15th car on this list is the Progen Itali GTB Custom. It costs 1.1 million stock, and then you get a Benny's upgrade for 500k. Its top speed is 124.3 miles per hour. It's based off the Ferrari 348 GTS. It's a very light vehicle and it's not very grippy. It's a Benny's car, so you can put a lot of upgrades in it and it's good for collecting, but there's a lot more affordable and a lot more faster cars on this list. In the 14th slot, the Pegassi Toros. It sells for 500k and is the most affordable car on this list, with a top speed of 125.7 miles per hour. It's based on the Lamborghini Urus SUV. The acceleration is pretty good. It's very fast. It's the fastest SUV in the game. It feels heavy. It's definitely worth owning. If you're into sleepers or just want to have an SUV in your collection, here you go. The 13th car on this list is the Dewbauchee Vagner. It costs 1.5 million with a top speed of 125.52 miles per hour. The car looks light and it drives light. The Vagner is based on the Aston Martin Valkyrie prototype hypercar. In the 12th slot for fastest car, Overflod Tyrant. It costs 2.5 million with a top speed of 125.81 miles per hour. The Tyrant is the biggest road legal supercar in the game, and it feels and drives heavy. It is based on the Apollo Aero. In the 11th slot, the Grotti X80 Proto. It costs 2.7 million with a top speed of 126.13 miles per hour. It's based on the Ferrari F80 concept car. It feels very light, but it's not as light as the Vagner. In the 10th slot, the Pfister 811. It costs 1.1 million with a top speed of 126.23 miles per hour. It's based on the Porsche 918 Spider, and a lot of people thought this would be the fastest supercar, reaching speeds of over 130 miles per hour. Not with my testing. The 9th fastest car is the Nero Custom. It costs 1.4 million, and then it costs another 600k for the Benny's upgrade to make it a custom. Top speed is 126.40 miles per hour. It's based on the Bugatti Chiron, a car that has 1,479 horsepower. The Nero is a Benny's car, so it has a lot of customizations. In the 8th slot, the Invetero Coquette D10 costs 1.5 million with a top speed of 127.25 miles per hour. It's based on the Chevy C8. It feels lighter than it looks, and it's a whole lot faster than it feels too. The 7th fastest car, Overflod Entity XXR. It costs 2.3 million. It has a top speed of 127.30 miles per hour. It's based on the Koenigsegg 1.1. It feels heavy and very grippy. In the 6th slot, the Bravado Banshee 900R is by far the cheapest and the fastest car you can get. It goes for 100k stock, and for the Benny's upgrades, 550k. It has a top speed of 128.51 miles per hour. It's based on the first gen Dodge Viper. It feels heavy, but the weight is good. The 5th fastest car, Principe Deveste 8, cost 1.8 million with a top speed of 129 miles per hour. It's based on the Deveste 16 concept hypercar that was inspired by a jet fighter. It feels light, but it's very grippy. The 4th fastest car, Lampadati Tigon. It's a new car added from the summer DLC. It sells for 2.3 million with a top speed of 129.19 miles per hour. It's based on the De Tomaso P72 sports car. It feels very light and airy. This is a brand new car just recently added, so we don't have that much data on the stunt races for this car, but this car so far feels really good. All the cars right now, their top speeds are so high, they're close to each other within 1 or 2 digits. The third fastest car, the Benefactor Krieger. It sells for $2.8 million with a top speed of 130.44 miles per hour. It's based on the Mercedes AMG 1 plug-in hybrid sports car. The acceleration is insane on the Krieger. It feels gripped to the ground. This is the #1 car in stunt races. You might occasionally see a Deveste 8 in the top 10 of a stunt race, but the winners are always Kriegers. The second fastest car, the Progen Emerus, sells for $2.7 million with a top speed of 131.52 miles per hour. It's based on the McLaren Senna supercar. It feels like it has a lot of power because it has a lot of tire spin right where you press the gas. It feels very heavy but does not feel very grippy. This is a good looking car. It's expensive, but there are other cars better to use than this one. This is 1 mile per hour faster than the Krieger, but using this in a stunt race, you have no chance of winning compared to using a Krieger. And the fastest car in the game, the Ocelot Pariah. It costs $1.4 million with a top speed of 131.71 miles per hour. A lot of people have different top speeds for this car. That's because they probably did their testing on PC. PC, you can have a higher frame rate, therefore a higher top speed. Consoles, the frame rates are capped at 30 frames per second. It's based on the Aston Martin Vanquish Zagato. It is very powerful, it has a lot of tire spin, it feels very heavy, and it feels very grippy. This is the fastest sports car in the game. The fastest supercar is the Emerus. How I calculated the top speed of the cars was driving between 2 checkpoints at top speed and taking the times. The distance between the checkpoints are a quarter mile. Then you multiply that by 4 to get the time for your car to reach 1 mile. Then you divide that time by 60 to convert seconds to minutes. So 28.6 seconds is about 0.47 minutes. So roughly at that rate, your car does 2 miles per minute. Then you multiply that by 60 to get your miles per hour. I tested each car 3 times and took an average of the top speed. On screen is a spreadsheet of all the data I've collected for the cars running these tests. Pause the video if you need to. Also, one thing I'm going to say is other people might have different results because chances are they might be testing this on PC. I've tested this on PC, and some vehicles, their top speed is a lot higher because of the frame rates on PC. The higher the frame rate you get on PC, the higher the top speed is on some cars. For example, the Ferrari's top speed is a lot higher on PC, and the 811's top speed is a lot higher on PC. And that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this type of video, make sure you leave a like on the video. Going for 500 likes on this video. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching, and I am out.